I'm here at Arena Rumble, and I'm here with the legendary Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Nice to have you on my show.
You bet, buddy.
I'm here to ask you 4 questions, and be prepared. They're really good ones.
Okay.
Alright, how did your title belt come about? Like, what's the story behind it? And what did it mean to you to have one of the only custom belts in wrestling history?
The $1 Million belt came about because at WrestleMania 4, the Andre and Hulk. Of course, WrestleMania 4 was a tournament to declare a new champion. And I found out that I wasn't going to be that guy. They were going to put the belt on, they were going to put the belt on Randy Savage. You know, and so I thought, you know, originally, though, it would have been me and Savage and we did. But they put it on Savage, and I think they put it on Randy to pacify him, if you know what I mean. And then Pat Patterson said, but here's what we want to do with you. In your arrogance you just thumb your nose at the world title and say, I don't need your stinking belt. I'm the $1 Million Man, and I will create my own title. And creating that title put more heat on me, made people hate me. I mean, what an arrogant SOB, right?
Yeah, like...
You know, and so, you know, where everybody thought, you know, actually, and that's what it was all about. I'm a heel, I'm the bad guy. What I want is heat. I want the people to hate me as much as they possibly can. And so to flaunt my own belt like that in their face was a perfect way to do that. So that's why.
Well, that was a great answer. My second question is, what went through your head during your first walkout to your very first WrestleMania?
Do what?
What went through your head on your first walkout to your very first WrestleMania?
The first walkout for my first WrestleMania, which was WrestleMania 4, which was, you know, not in a great big gigantic arena as WrestleMania 3. It was at a building where Donald Trump owns in Atlantic City, where they have the Miss America pageant every year. It wasn't a very big venue, you know, so I don't think I had the butterflies in terms of, you know, huge crowd.
Yeah.
But what I had on my mind was, this is the first of 3 matches I'm going to have tonight. That's what I was thinking about, because I think I wrestled, maybe you can tell me who I wrestled.
I do my research, but I watched so many WrestleMania matches, it's not even funny.
But my first match was with, I don't know if it was with Duggan or somebody.
It might have been Duggan.
Might have been Duggan. But anyway, what I knew is it was going to end up being Randy. And so that's how it was all bounced.
I remember you one time you bought the title off Andre. Was that like, I remember that? Like,
No. I gave the belt to Andre.
Yeah, it was, I knew it was something like that.
I gave the belt to Andre. Well, yeah. Well, what I did was, Hogan and Andre wrestled on Saturday Night Main Event, largest wrestling crowd ever on national television.
33 million.
And we cheated, and Andre wins. But Andre then takes the belt, because I remember I said, I'm going to prove that I can buy everything, including the world title. So I helped Andre cheat to beat Hogan, and he puts the belt around my waist right there in the ring. And that's the deal. So that's where me and Andre hooked up, and
Yeah.
we went everywhere wrestling as a team.
That's an amazing. You're doing amazing answers today. Like, my third question is, what went through your head when you were asked to kick? Like, remember when you asked that kid to come out and bounce the basketball like 15 times or something for like $10,000?
Yeah.
What went through your head when you were told that you had to kick it out of his hand or something?
Well, what went through my head was, this is great.
Yeah, it's good. Like,
This is great because this is going to really piss people off. Because, I mean, the kid was, you know...
like 9 years old.
Yeah, I don't even know if he was 9. But, you know, he could dribble the basketball. But when he got to, I think I said, if you can do it 15
Yeah,
times.
15 times I believe it was.
14, I just slipped my foot out there. Gonna have to learn. Here, I'm gonna tell you something. Here's the mic drop. Okay, so I do that with that little kid, and it got the reaction we all wanted. 20 years later, I fly into Omaha, Nebraska, which is where I'm originally from, and I rent a car, and this guy taps me on the shoulder. I turn around and I'm looking at his chest. Now I'm 6'4". Well, I'm 6'2" now, but I was 6'4", and I'm looking at his chest. I mean, this is
Stop.
a big guy. And he said, "Hey, Mr. DiBiase, I'm the manager. Going to help you find a car." And I said, "Sure, find something that would fit both of us." And he says, "Happy to do it." He says, "By the way," he says, "do you remember that thing you did, the kid in the basketball?" It was just the expression on his face and his tone. And I looked at him and I'm like, "No."
No way.
And he says, "It's nice to see you again." It
Oh
was him.
my God.
What are the odds of me running
That's
into that kid?
crazy.
And he says, this was really good. He says, "You'll love this. I went to college on a basketball scholarship." And you know what I said? "See what I did for you, kid?"
That's crazy.
I set him on his way, right?
That's crazy. What a small world.
No kidding. What else you got?
My last question is, what is one thing on your bucket list that you haven't done yet? And like, if you could go back in the room with anybody, who would it be?
Wow. Bucket list. Okay, bucket list. You know, I was raised in an Italian family. I mean, I'm not biologically Italian, but I'm the first one to punch you in the nose if you call me a wop. You know, but because of that heritage, and it's, you know, my stepfather raised me, Mike DiBiase. I've always wanted to go to Italy. I've always wanted to see Rome. I've always been enamored by the Roman army and Rome just in general. You know, the first great democracy in the world was Rome. They lasted 400 years. And you know what destroyed them? They started letting people come into the country, just open borders. And guess what's happening in my country right now? Open borders. So, yeah, I'm afraid my country's fixing to take a dive.
Actually, fun fact, my brother just went to Rome, like traveled through
Yeah,
Europe.
yeah.
He went to Italy. I've actually got pictures on my phone. I can show you later if you want.
Yeah, but going to and to see the, you know, that Colosseum, all the things that went on in that Colosseum, just, you know, I mean, they fed Christians to the lions, and just I don't know, that's a lot of history.
Yeah, it's a lot of history.
Yeah. And here the pizza's pretty good too.
Well, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome, buddy.
Say it with me now. Everybody's got a price.
Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
Bye. Bye, guys.